him on the third week. It's difficult to do that because he knows all your weak points. He knows where you're vulnerable. And the worst person in the world to fight is one who knows your weakness. And so you don't want to do hand-to-hand combat with devils that you've been rubbing on, that you've been leaning on, that you've been laying with, because they know exactly what to offer you to shut you up. Now, I know when you start dealing with church people, they act like they can't be shut up. But there are some things that if they were to, that you've been through, if your life was to flash on the screen right now, there are some scenes that if they flash on the screen, you would put up your finger and I know you got to sit there and act like you lived every day on the top of the mountain, but there.
Go Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom to the house of David. 144,000 by Yahweh, and the 1/3 men, women, and children are part of the elect. To the Israelites scattered in the four corners of the earth, confusion of faces, speaking in different tongues. It's part of the church that's going to be delivered and receive the kingdom of heaven. The Lord's the real church. Basically, it's deep because we did the first video because we heard through the grapevine that TD Snakes died. But go to find out that he's not dead. You know, the brother informed me and told me that he's not dead. So, looking at it, you already have the scoffers too already jumping on it. Oh, you see, he's not dead. He's not dead. You guys are false prophets. You guys are false prophets. But you're not looking at it spiritually. It's an omen, man. You know, omens are signs. The Lord did that. You know, he's not physically dead yet, but he's spiritually dead. You know, so we're going to redo through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, redo the video and just bring out the same scriptures. Lord willing, we're going to bring out the same scriptures we brought out before. You know, because he's not dead. He's not physically dead yet because he came to find out that he's still alive. But that's the Lord doing that. That's the Lord showing signs that he's going to start jacking up these false prophets, man. Which he's going to jack them up anyway. You see what he did to Eddie wrong, to little boys. He gave him intestinal cancer, stage 4 cancer. So those are like different, those are signs of omens of things to come. Because he's going to start jacking up these false, eventually he's going to start getting these false prophets within Israel and outside of the truth, man. Like TDJ, Creep for $1, all these false prophets, these false teachers, he's going to start getting them, man. So that's an omen. That wave of destruction is coming, you know. So TD is not dead yet, but he's spiritually dead. You know, he's a zombie anyway. And then other zombies are following him, man. And the Most High going to start crushing these false prophets. Matthew 7:15, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So he's misguiding the people, man. He's leading the people astray, and the majority of our people are following him, man. Because our people like to hear smooth things. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns and of figs and thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. And Creflo Dollar's fruit is wicked and is evil, man. The truth hurts. The truth is real. A brother came through yesterday to the camp. He said it. The truth is real. The truth is up front. It's in your face. It makes you analyze yourself and look at your wrongdoings and your sins. These pastors don't do that. They give you them smooth words, man. They don't tell you the truth. They don't tell you to get yourself right and what you're doing is wicked. Our people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, man. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is sown down and cast into the fire, which is going to be that nuclear fire that's coming. Ultimately, America being destroyed, Babylon being nuked. Wherefore by their fruit ye shall know them. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And the heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, and his son's name, the King of Kings' name is Yahweh Shai. Which these false prophets don't have the name, even though T.D. Jakes is an Israelite. But he's not a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He's not a man of the Lord. He's not teaching the name. He's not teaching our people who they are. He's not teaching other nations who they are, and that they're going into slavery under the children of Israel in the kingdom to come. And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So the Lord's going to clean house first, man. Before he gets these other false prophets outside, he's going to clean house in the circle. The ones you that sold out to the Rosicrucians, to the elites, to the Edomites, You're not teaching the people the chip. You're not telling our people who they are. And if you are teaching that, you're not teaching the name. You're teaching Christ. So you might as you in the same category as TD Snakes and Creep for $1, Creep Low for $1, and Reverend Rip Tip and Deacon Donuts and all these other false prophets. You're in that same category, but you're going to get beaten worse, man. Because you know the truth. You know the Lord's name. You're not professing and publishing his name on earth. And for that, you're going to be destroyed, man. All you sellouts.
There are some things that you went through. There are some things you thought that if they hit the loudspeaker, you would bury your face in your pocketbook. There are some things that went through your mind today that if everybody could hear what you thought, you would lose your composure. You would, all of your dignity would become discombobulated. You become deranged and confused and act like your buzzer was going off. Somebody's calling you on the phone. You'd have to get out of the room. And isn't it amazing now how God knows all of your mess, and yet in his goodness and his mercy.
Yeah, he knows your mess. He knows your mind. He knows your hearts. 2 Peter 2, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you. He's a false teacher. He's a false prophet, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. So TD Jakes is going to get swift destruction, man. There's going to come a time, a day and a second, where the Lord's going to bring swift destruction to TD Jakes, Creep for $1. He already got Eddie Vaughn to little boys. And he's going to start getting used as in the circle, man, that know of Israel. You know the truth. You know the Lord's name first and foremost. And you're not teaching the people like IUIC, General Yohana, all you other camps, man, that sold out. GOCC teaching other nations can be saved. They say the Lord's name, but they say Esau can be saved. All this other madness, man. The only ones that's teaching the true doctrine is the elders of Great Millstone, man, and the ones that follow the doctrine. We're not Great Millstone, but we follow the doctrine. That's what we learn from. That's who I learned from. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he bestowed unto the elders to teach me, and I, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Lord willing, keep teaching the sheep. And the men of valor, Lord willing, we are all those men, part of the house of David, we continue to do so, man. And then fruits is coming out. And the sheep is waking up and they're being fed. It's a beautiful thing, man.
He has a way of leading you through and tell you, I wish. And so now Joshua here is symbolic of the prophetic nation of Israel. The priestly nation of Israel is in a dilemma because Satan is standing on his right hand to resist him. If I'm going to fight somebody, I want to fight somebody who doesn't know where to hit me. But the problem with the enemy is he knows where to hit you.
Luke 6 and 20. I'm gonna start at 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received the consolation. And TD Snakes is making money, man. He's doing good. He sold out, man. They know they're teaching heresies, but they're about hustles of pimpology, man. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. It's the main point. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. And they speak well of TD Snakes. They don't speak well of the real men of the Lord. That's how you know who the real men of the Lord are, man. They're hated by the masses because they tell them the truth. People don't like the truth.
If you ever notice something about the enemy, he very seldom offers you things that you don't like. If you don't drink, he doesn't offer you liquor. If you don't smoke, he doesn't offer you a cigarette. If you don't get high, he doesn't offer you a joint. If you're not a homosexual, he doesn't offer you a man. If you're not, you understand what I'm trying to say. If you're not prone to gamble, he doesn't take you to vacation.
Hey, Jeremiah 23:16, thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you, that make you vain, that speak a vision of their own heart, and not of the mouth of the Lord. Now, scriptures say, if the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into a ditch. They say still unto them that despise me, the Lord hath said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. For who have had stood counsel of the Lord, and have perceived and heard his word, who have marked his word and heard it? Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not sent to them, yet they prophesied. But if they had stood in my counsel, and have caused my people to hear my words, then then they should have turned them from their evil and from the evil